everyone. I am back with week 18 of my project life. I did skip over week 17 on my channel because week 17 is over on the Crafty Maven YouTube channel. So if you'd like to check out my week 17, you can stop on by the Crafty Maven and check that one out. So this is week 18. I am using a bunch of random cards from my stash like I typically have been doing recently. And the stamp this week is from Allie Edwards. It is a stamp that I borrowed from a friend when we were cropping together. So I just had stamped a bunch of images on some white cardstock and I had cut them out and then am just using them as they come up and work out. So I'm trying to figure out what color I want to outline this cards with. I outlined my week 16 and so I'm doing kind of the same thing with week 18, but I'm going to use this kind of a yellowish orange color. And again, it just brings some more extra oomph to the cards and extra texture. I don't do this all the time, but I've been finding this kind of fun to do, so I have been doing it the last couple of weeks. The stickers are from my stash. They are just some really cute orangish yellow polka dot white stickers. And I'm just going to use it to spell out the word week 18. And so then this card is done. I really like how it turned out. I like the colors. Oh, and I really wanted to put this deer, but I thought, you know what, there's quite a bit going on this page, and although I think the deer could have worked, I decided just against it for this layout. So, like I had said a couple minutes ago, I am using lots of random embellishments and cards from my stash, and I had lots of little squares in my stash with some really cute colors. So I ended up trying to utilize those squares instead of throwing them away. These are offcuts from papers that I used for, scrapbooking, things like that. And I cut them down to like 2x2, 3x3, and 4x4 cards. So here I'm using the 3x3, the 2x2, and the 1.5, I think, by 1.5 or something like that. And just playing. And this week I am challenging myself to use some stamps because I definitely have a lot of stamps in my stash and I don't use them as much as I would like. So I am challenging myself this week to do that. So my video is a little bit longer just because I am doing the stamping with this, but I really enjoy how it turned out. And I'm just using some various Stampin' Up inks, and I believe I will show you the ink colors as we go through. I don't remember if I showed you the yellow one already, but I should show you later on if I didn't while I was talking a minute ago. The Hello Today stamp is an Allie Edwards stamp. I really like the circular stamps that she has. I think this is when she was still with Technique Tuesday, so they are older. I'm not sure if they're available anymore. But if you have any questions about the name of the stamp sets or anything like that, please let me know and I can look those up for you and get back with you in the comments. So now I'm just kind of using those various scraps of paper and gluing them down. I'm going to end up gluing down the Hello Today, and typically if I was doing a scrapbook page I probably would have popped up that Hello Today, but I'm trying to eliminate some of the bulk in my album, so I am not going to pop it up. Plus I'm going to be using this brad and that's going to be enough dimension. And those brads are old and they come from Stampin' Up, and they're like a yellow fabric that's like a corduroy, and they're really cute. So I'm going to end up putting a couple of those on this spread, and I believe this is a one-page spread for the week. I didn't have a ton of photos. The photos of the spread are at the end. I'm pretty sure this is a one-pager. I cannot remember off the top of my head now, but I'm going to use some enamel dots to mimic the little colors and that little kind of floral starburst pattern that I have in the background. And I'm going to be outlining some of the pieces here too. I don't outline all of it, just a couple of the ones that I feel that are necessary. These are some Yellow Paper House Midori inserts, that's what the picture is, for my Traveler's Notebook. I got into Traveler's Notebooks recently, and I have my planner in a Chic Sparrow Traveler's Notebook that I absolutely love. It is gorgeous. So if anybody's interested in seeing my planner, you can leave a comment below. But anyway, these inserts are from Yellow Paper House, and I think they're really good quality and they're awesome inserts. So if you guys are looking for Traveler's Notebook inserts, that is a good company to look for. And I got these on Etsy. So I'm just going to use that Make sticker that is from a chipboard sticker sheet that I got from Tuesday Morning, and then I'm just using some more offcuts to make that little banner. And I use the word make because I'm making my Traveler's Notebook and playing and embellishing my calendars and such. So here I'm just going to add a brad here to this card to give it a little more oomph. And this is a picture of my daughter and a little diorama that she made, and I'm using the word goal from that same chipboard sheet because she met her goal by making this diorama of a hummingbird, what's it called? Oh, I can't think of the word that I'm trying to figure out. Hummingbird area. That's not the right word. But anyway, so habitat, that's what I'm trying to say. A hummingbird habitat, because she was doing a little thing on hummingbirds. I'm going to add another stamp because I wanted to add a little bit of something on the picture, and I'm going to use this Stampin' Up! Ink here, and it's going to say look here, and I'm going to punch that out with a Martha Stewart little scallop punch, and I'm going to add that to the card in the upper left, or the photo in the upper left, just to give it a little more. I didn't like how it was like a dark blank spot there. I'm going to be using this Friday. This is a printable from Studio Calico, I think, and this little Brad is from the dollar store that I've had in my stash forever, and I thought I'd use it. This is a flag from Basic Gray, and I'm just going to keep this card very simple. And now I'm going to work on the title card, so I'm kind of working backwards today, or not on the title card, I'm sorry. No, this actually is a 2-page spread, I'm sorry. This is another 4x6 card on the right-hand side of the layout. I'm going to be stamping Everyday Life in this pink strawberry slush ink from Stampin' Up, and the Everyday Life stamp is from Ali Edwards as well, from Technique Tuesday, I believe again. The little flag here, or the little, I don't know, rosette with the little flag at the end is from Michaels, and it went with my color scheme very well. And I'm going to keep this card really, really simple, just using those little 2x2, 3x3, and 4x4 cards that I've had in my stash that I was mentioning earlier. And then I'm going to end up gluing that little embellishment on to the outside of the page protector, and I am going to outline this card with that same yellowish orange ink. Here I'm going to be using some more of those little squares and another stamp, that little strawberry slush again. That other stamp, or that little embellishment enamel kind of asterisk, is from Studio Calico. I'm going to use this Hello Life again from Ali Edwards, the same stamps that I used earlier with a different phrase. And again, just popping that on and then adding that enamel little asterisk, and then I'm going to outline most of the stuff on this card, again just tying it in with the rest of the layout, and I really like how this turned out. And I think ultimately I'm going to pull up, yeah, there I go. I'm going to pull up that a little bit because I didn't like it so much at the bottom of the card. Here is a little picture of some flowers that I have in my garden from the spring. I am using that little vellum circle and that acetate piece. The vellum circle is from a crate paper, and the acetate piece is from a die cut pack, I think, that I got in my stash for quite some time ago. Maybe I got it from, oh, I can't remember. It may have came in one of my Scraptastic kits, I don't remember. But I'm just going to staple that down with my tiny attacher just to kind of adhere that down. And then now I'm going to work on this card here. I'm going to do another stamp. I love these little banner stamps here from Ali Edwards, and because it's too long to use on a 3x4 card, I am just going to stamp a portion of that, so you'll see that here in a second. Bermuda Bay is the color I'm using, and I love these Stampin' Up! Ink pads. They're my absolute favorite of all the ink pads I've tried, which isn't like a ton, but I do really, really like these stamp pads. So I'm just going to trim that, and then I'm going to punch a hole. And I'm going to actually end up later on, you're not going to see that, I'm going to end up putting that brad, I'm going to pull off the prongs and add to the outside of the page protector. When I tried to put this in the page protector, it was just way too bulky. And you can see there I was having some difficulties finding the right placement. So you'll see in the close-up shots later on how that is placed down. Here's another one of those printables, and that little heart is from my stash. I've had that in my stash forever. I got it at a crop like many, many moons ago. And I'm just going to use some liquid adhesive and make sure I cover the back really well with it, and then that way you won't actually see the adhesive so much because it kind of covers the whole back. And I'm just going to add that to that weekend little cut apart sheet, or that printable. And I'm just going to hold it there for a couple minutes to make sure it doesn't fall off. And then that card is done. And now this is a picture of me and my mom at IKEA. I took her there for Mother's Day, which sounds really goofy, but we just got an IKEA where I am, and she's been wanting to go forever, so I thought I would do a little mother-daughter trip. It was just me and my mom, no kiddos, no husbands, no nothing else. So we had a good time playing around, so it was a great Mother's Day just to kind of hang out. So I'm taking that fun little die cut there, and the, what's that, geotag? That is also from a printable. And then I'm going to also add that brad that's sitting there to the right. That brad is from the dollar store, and I've had it in my stash for quite some time. I'm so glad I'm using it because I have so much stuff, people. I need to use it more. So I am very glad to be using it today and getting some of those used up. I have too many more. But anyway, moving on to the next card. Here's a picture from Mother's Day again of my daughter and my mom playing Crazy Eights. I've had that little play, I don't even know, enamel piece or resin, I guess it is, I've had that in my stash for quite some time. I'm just going to add that on and keep this card very, very simple. And I thought it was cute. Again, just using up my stuff. Here, Photo Love is also another Allie Edwards stamp set, using some more of those squares and a card from Studio Calico that I got in a Studio Calico kit many moons ago as well. And I'm kind of contemplating what I want to do, but I'm just going to keep it simple and just do what I'm doing now and just layering them up very symmetrically. And then I'm going to add some more of my marker outline. And I thought about using that brad, but it just wasn't going to work. It was just going to add too much bulk and just really not add anything to the card. And that's pretty much it. I'm going to finish with this card here. I'm going to do one more thing of stamping. I want to thank you guys so much while I still have you, and all my new subscribers. I really appreciate everyone that has subscribed recently. If you're liking the videos, please give me a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed, make sure you do so. My social media links are below as well, so if you want to follow me on Instagram, or I have a Facebook page that you can follow me on to learn about new videos that are coming up, you can do that as well. All the links are below. And that's pretty much it. The close-ups of all of this is going to be at the end. If you have any questions, leave them below, and I will talk to you guys again very, very soon. Bye!